Dude,
Hello.
long time no see. I'm just kidding.
It's been a while.
Yeah, he
Funny.
had he's sleeping over at my place. Had a good snooze in the morning. Had to bang on the
Yeah,
wall to
that's what's
wake you
up.
up. All right,
That's
man.
true.
You're at the pool. Give us the news.
No, give me a sec. There's some guy who wants to talk to me.
Okay. Well, tell him we're busy. All right. So I'll quickly share something inside of the school group until Yuli's back. So, guys, check this out. Let me just double check if this comes up all right. So this is, as you know, this is our school community. I'm just like redoing this because I don't really like the colors and stuff. Anyway, like, look, there is a post. This is happening. This is one of our listeners, Oliver, and he loves Andrew Huberman. I don't know if you know Andrew Huberman, but like if you look at this guy's face, he's one of the most famous neuroscientists. If you want, he has a huge podcast, but those podcasts you can see here, they go on for like 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours, which is a lot. And then he goes like into the really like nitty gritty kind of stuff. So it's not for everyone. But you see what he did, he put together a summary about discipline. And then, and this is the really cool thing, he put together a explainer video. It's a tool called Notebook LM that I gave him a tip. And basically what it does, it takes these long podcast episodes that there's a ton of information, and for a lot of us we would be overwhelmed unless we really 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 love that specific topic, right? And it puts it like in this format where
Thing way.
you see that
Believe me, that little
you
distinct
can't say
discipline muscle.
it's just
Discipline muscle
there's
from scratch.
a woman, I don't think you can hear it, but there's a woman explaining it, where you could pick a man too, explaining it, and basically what I've learned, I didn't know that, but the brain has a muscle for discipline, so to say, which is wild, which is absolutely wild, because when we do hard things, that muscle becomes stronger, so to say, and then doing hard things will be easier. But also, when we say we're going to do something and we actually don't do it, that muscle becomes weaker. And that is something, because we have to be very, I always say, the worst thing that we can do as human beings, if we want to change our habits, we want to live a consistent life, a life that is aligned with where we want to go, and we're trying to build the habits, we're trying to take action, we're trying to be consistent in what we do, because in the consistency is where the big gains are coming from, right? Then the worst thing we can do is say, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do this, because it's easy to say when we're just sitting here and it's all quiet. And it's like, yeah, of course I'm going to do that. But then when we're actually being faced with that challenge, it's a different thing to actually follow through, right? It seems like a good idea now. And then all of a sudden it gets hard, and then we back away from the challenge. And then what does that do? That in a way deteriorates or weakens the discipline muscle that we have. Of course, it's not a muscle, it's like a brain region. It does weaken that brain region, and then doing something else will be harder. And if we consistently do that, at some point it's going to be very, 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 very difficult to do hard stuff. And we all know that the best things in life come from doing hard, like, things, challenging things. Okay? And I think this is what we're doing inside of the academy right now, is also like a good example. Let me use an example for swimmers, which is underwater fly kicks. Right? I think at this point we all agree, unless you're an open water swimmer or a 1500 swimmer or an 800 swimmer, we would all agree that having good, fast turns and underwater fly kicks really matters. It is part of modern swimming. If you look at how the world records and just like overall the level of swimming has improved, I'm absolutely sure one of the things why it's so much faster today than it was 15, 20, 30 years ago is the underwater fly kicks. So we agree on that. But developing good underwater fly kicks is not something where that's just going to come at some point, right? A lot of the swimmers that we talk to, they have a belief, consciously or unconsciously, that they will do underwaters in training and in competition when they're older and when they're stronger and stuff, right? But guess what? It's not just going to magically just appear at some point. Yul, are you here? Okay, I'm talking about underwaters. You know, it's one of the examples I went through in the challenge, right? It's not just going to magically appear. Guess how it's going to appear? Is by making a decision that you're going to do underwater fly kicks. And it doesn't have to be 10 off each wall. If you're at none right now, then just start with 2. That's it. And if you can do that consistently, guess what's going to happen? It's going to build the quads. It's going to build the abs. It's going to build, like, right? Then there's other things that
Lung
are going to pop up. Like lung capacity, right? Mobility. Oh shit! Like I'm streamlining like that. I should do something with it. All that stuff will come, but it starts with the decision. And then, yes, it's going to be hard. But imagine a world, right? And this is really important. If we're like, okay, this is really hard and it's going to be painful and it's going to be, you know, I'm going to have setbacks and all of that, then it's going to be hard. But imagine a world where the swimmer can gain a new perspective on what underwater fly kicks are and just see it as, dude, your background noise is terrible. See a world where when they experience the challenge, oh, there's a turn, I have no air and I'm gonna stay underwater, that they actually genuinely lean into that challenge and learn to love when it's difficult. Because they know everybody else isn't doing it and they are, and that's their opportunity to grow. All of a sudden, that hard is going to be a lot more fun because there's a learning coming out of that. There's a progress, development, right? It's going to look a lot more exciting, and it's a shift in the perspective. And we all agree the underwaters at some point, we're going to have to do them if we really want to be competitive. So then the best time, if you know you're going to do something eventually anyway, when is the best time to start? Right now. It's like if you're in a bad relationship and you know you got to get out, there is never going to be a good time to get out. It's always going to be uncomfortable and maybe you're going to hurt the other person. Yes, but if you know you're going to get out, the best time to get out is right now. Right? And so when we do these challenging things and we attack them and we do that, the muscle in the brain for discipline to do hard things that you don't feel like doing grows. And then you can tackle the next challenge, right? And so going back to my point originally is just, it's better to set a smaller process goal to just, if you're at 0 fly kicks, to just do 1 or maybe 2, and then do that. And then the muscle grows and then you can start tackling 3 and then 4. And so that's how you build. But if you go from 0, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to do 6 fly kicks, right? And then you do it for like 200 meters and then you stop doing it again, then the brain will just conclude, okay, like you say something that you're going to do it and then you don't do it, and that weakens the muscle and it's going to be harder to do the challenging things, right? So I had this huge aha moment. That's why, yeah, it's like better to start small, but actually do it. Don't break a promise that you make to yourself, right? It's one thing to promise other people, but the worst things that we can do that weakens our own personal power and our own development is when we make a promise to ourselves and then we don't keep it. And that goes in during the day, like we make so many little mini promises to ourselves and then we don't follow through. And that hurts the discipline muscle, which is not what we want to do, right? So just wanted to show you, like inside the school, it is vibrant, it is thriving. People are bringing in their knowledge, what they've learned. So, if you're not there yet, I'll drop the link here and you should come. You should come hang out. All right, Yul, are we You want to give us an update? You get to talk.
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna mute myself when I'm not talking. So I'm at
Okay.
the pool in Earlycon. Um, Probably not the best idea to stay at the pool because of the background noise, but hey, we're learning, right? So there you go. For those who want to see the pool.
Ah, sweet. Brings back memories, dude.
Yeah.
I know exactly where you are. Yeah.
Yeah, spent some time here back in the day, right? So cool. And yeah, so the guys, they, so obviously we're here with Sophia and Lara. And so the girls, they, Lara obviously knows everybody here, right? She went up to one of the guys who works here and asked him if she could use a lane. They gave her one, and now this is like this huge commotion. Like, why are you coaching here? You're not allowed to coach on private time. Blah blah. Right? It's like, dude, I'm just at the pool. I'm just helping her out because her coaches are gone, etc. etc. They're like, oh, okay. So basically, all turned out fine. They gave me permission to come back tomorrow twice if I wanted to, since it's a one-off and it's not going to be every week or whatnot. Yes, there you go.
Who were the people that came? Like the lifeguards?
Yeah, the lifeguards and whoever. Yeah, whoever. They're weird. I don't know. Like one of the first lifeguard that Lara asked was super like cool and open, and now the dude now is just like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "Dude, she asked me to coach. I'm gonna coach, right?" So yeah, I don't know why it's that difficult to being allowed to coach in Switzerland. I really don't. Would be interesting to know if it's like that in other countries.
Dude, I mean, you remember like our conversation with Flori? If you guys don't know Flori, he's a good friend of ours. He's still the record holder in the 50 back, right? That's what, yeah, for Switzerland, really fast,
Long course, yeah.
long course, yeah. And I think they just have like this monopole. How is that an English word? You know, if there's just one company and they've been here for like 30 years or whatever, and they know that they suck at it, and they don't want any, they don't want any disruptors like come in and do everything that they can to keep the good people out. I think that's what it is. Typical Switzerland.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no idea. I mean, just and then the point was, so this is the funniest shit, right? I just asked him, hey, so what if I wanted to get a lane, right? Reserve a lane for us for tomorrow. Like, how much would that be? He was like, yeah, I have no idea. It's like, so what do you mean? Like, what would I have to do? And the dude is like, okay, so what you would have to do is write an email to the city of Earlycon, actually the city of Zurich, right? Because this is part of Zurich area pools, to see if they can rent out a lane to you. I was like, what? I mean, absolutely ridiculous. It's just administrative war to get a lane. Imagine, because right. I mean,
Yeah.
why are we doing this? And I told him, I was like, hey, I mean, Lara has big goals, right? She wants to qualify for junior Europeans and stuff. I'm just here to help. Um, and he's like, oh yeah, for who does she swim? And I'm like, yeah, she swims for the club who is here, Limachart. And he's like, oh really? I was, oh, and her coaches are not here. I'm like, dude, they're in South Africa, whatever. So huge deal, but in the end, everything's fine, and now we're okay to swim here tomorrow, and after that, it won't be an issue anyways. So
Yeah.
funny.
You guys going to Sweden. What did you guys do in practice? Did Sophia and Lara train together, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, they trained together. They died. They died 2-3 times.
They resurrect.
We went lots of breathing control, so no breathing. And then we went socks. We did a big underwater set, lots of all out underwaters with socks. Yeah, they need to get that water feeling back, and I think obviously fins okay, but socks is gonna be the easier way to get that water feel back for them, especially when it comes to that kind of speed. Sweden. I mean, obviously, I'll give you guys an update about Sweden, but that's pretty much what we're gonna be working on, right? It's power lactic acid resistance and or tolerance and speed. Water
Peter
feel.
Mankoč just joined things. I don't know if he's still hearing us, but if you hear us, Peter, hello. Oh, I can't wait for that camp. Okay, that's good. And did the Sophia, was that her first time? Because you gave her drag socks at home. Like, was that the first time that she has them at home?
No, this was the first time with socks for her. She was all smiling until I said put on socks, and she did the first vertical kicks with socks. All of a sudden, the smile was all gone. I was like, dude, you need to continue smiling. It's easier.
Yeah. Peter says hi, by the way.
Hey, Peter. What's up?
Okay. So,
Yeah.
but what did you
Talking
say
about Peter.
after? Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about Peter if
Real
if
quick.
he's here.
We need to get him back on a podcast.
Yo.
And super looking forward to summer with him and Chavich,
Yeah.
for sure.
Same here. Same here. I'm always like following what Peter posts on Instagram. It just, I don't know, the algorithm probably knows. I'm not that often on Instagram, but when I go, his stuff always comes like first in the stories. I saw this picture where he also posted one of the girls, I think she was just like laid down, pretty dead. So they're working it. But yeah, Peter, if you're still here, we would love to have you back and kind of introduce you for real to everybody else and stuff. That would be amazing. You got so much to share, and we can learn from you. And we're gonna co-create the best camp the swimming world has ever seen in the summer.
A lot of knowledge to be gained from each other. Peter knows everything.
Yep. Dude,
He's the
what
swimming
about
oracle.
he is? And what about this sponsoring opportunity? Right, that blew up like rather fast.
Rather very fast. Yeah, so I mean, obviously we're gonna have to hold those meetings with all of these guys, kind of figure out what we can do for them, and yeah, we'll see. But super exciting, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, so the people don't know maybe what happened, but Yul and I, we were like, okay. So basically, a couple of months ago, we figured out that swimmers would prefer a new race suit over a private session with like Mankoč or Chalmich, right? It was close, but more of the kids, because I knew there's a lot of like parents voting for the coaching with, yeah. So that seems to be like a really desirable thing. And we're like, okay, we're going to win a free race suit challenge, which is happening right now, right inside of the community. So they have like little action tasks that they do every day. And if they do it for 6 weeks, then they get in a raffle. We're going to have an on-round raffle. We put all the people that qualified. We're going to put them in a raffle, all the names, and then we're going to hit go. And we'll see who wins the race suit, and we'll just ship it to them, right? They can choose. We just ship it to them. But Yul and I were like, okay, we could potentially look at sponsor a couple of like elite athletes, because there's not a lot of money in swimming. Still not, unless you're like
Because we're not elite anymore.
Yeah. But like it was with LA in mind. And we put out a post, and holy shit, like the comments that started coming, there's like Olympic champions like Michael Andrew, right? Then Ilya Karun. There's so many like top people from the US. Pretty much almost like probably a quarter of the US team got like tagged and like saw it. And then all over Europe, in Italy, a Norwegian guys, 145.0 or something like that, 203 or 144 high, like really, really cool people. And we're just kind of, we did not expect it to go that wild that quickly.
Yeah, that viral, right? I mean,
yeah. I guess it's the algorithm, like, yeah, okay, so we have to give something. So we're going to figure out what makes the most sense for us as swim pros, right? To, like, what makes sense to get involved, and then hold some, like, calls with these people to figure out, hey, what is it that they need? Hey, your sound went off.
it's also not sure that we can actually help everybody, right? So we kind of need to figure out what they want, right? Whether we're the right fit for, a sponsoring deal or not. But for sure, it blew up, and we're loving it, right? I mean,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, damn. Hey, I was thinking about doing that set today.
What set?
Our new set, the new broken set.
The 10-10s?
10 times 10 meters off blocks.
So how did? Hey, we should do that we should do that on camp. and just go, yeah, we're gonna do 10. Well, they're not gonna think it's funny. They don't have the context.
Yeah.
Nobody does. It's
Yeah.
just me. But that was like what, a week ago. Yul and I, we laughed. We were working late in my room, and he came home telling me how he went swimming and then it spiraled, and we were laughing tears for like 5
seriously.
minutes straight. Yeah.
I'm still laughing when I'm thinking about the laughing part.
Yeah, me too.
Uh,
Dude, there's another guy that joined the Swimpros community. It's Jack McMillan. We have been observing him. I mean, he just won the Europeans in the 400. I think he became second in the 200. Like really, really good. And he does something. Well, he has a school community, so I've been following him for a while and stuff. But I reached out. And he's texting me now. He's very interested in some kind of collaboration. He's asking, yeah, we're gonna hop on a call with him next. But that's like, it's all like super great, because if he also works with swimmers and he has stuff to teach about mindset and technique and what's worked for him, because clearly it's working. We're gonna have another one of these like guest talks, and then we got a good pipeline. We just gotta kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting to hear from the others, even if they do the same thing as us, which I'm not saying Jack does the same thing we do, but still, different point of views, sharing. I mean, I'm all for it. Whatever we can learn from him, whatever he can tell us or give to our community, all for it, for sure.
Yeah, and dude, that's the open mind that we have. Like, luckily, right? Otherwise, anyway, what we do at Swimpros, it wouldn't work. But yeah, open mind, learning from others.
That's what we don't understand about Swiss swimming, right? I mean, Swiss aquatics or whatever they're called nowadays, after all the scandals they had during our time. It's just like, hey, why are you so like closed-minded, right? I mean, we're trying to help, we're trying to advance the sport. We're trying to help, all of these swimmers in Switzerland, whoever is interested. It's not just Switzerland, it's across the world. And here in Switzerland, they're just making it as hard as it gets for us to even... And it's not even like we're interested in the Swiss market. It just happens that, there's Swiss people coming up to us, hey, we want to work with you. We're like, okay. Clubs getting mad and stuff, like, whatever. I mean, doesn't make sense.
Dude, it does make sense, but like for us, if you're a club and you're gonna go the silo approach, where it's just you gonna do everything and you know everything, right? Silo approach. You will have no chance whatsoever in terms of delivering a world-class experience compared to a organization like ours, Swimpros, where we are for collaboration. We leverage other people. We are open to learning. We co-create things. We share the learnings that we have. Our members share the learnings that they're having. What works, what doesn't. You will have no chance. Maybe you're like ahead because you've been in the game for 30 years and you think but with a bit of time, a couple of months, couple of years, there's absolutely no chance to deliver that kind of quality experience that we do, because you're silo and we are all for collaboration.
It's not possible, and it's the biggest determining factor difference between the US and what is going on here in Switzerland, Europe. Just being open to learning new stuff, like new methods, being interested in new methods, and hey, how many overhauls has US swimming gone through since we were there? I mean, yeah. It's completely different. We could not go back there and be like, okay, we know what these trainings are looking like. No idea. It's completely different.
Yeah.
And here they're still coaching, training like smut fucking dinosaurs. Oh, not in the profanity, but like dinosaurs are still.
We'll cut it out.
Yeah, there you go. Right, but yeah, no.
It's a good point. Hey, I want to get that girl I told you about, the girl that goes to UVA that Nina suggested, like that Slovak girl.
Yeah.
because it would be really good to kind of get closer to UVA again, because I haven't done much to stay in touch over the years, I guess.
Slovenian, right?
Slovenian, yeah. And I forgot
Slovak.
Laura. Nah, I think Slovenian. I'll send you the link later, but I want to get
Okay.
that girl as a sponsorship, because, I mean, it's interesting.
Maybe.
Like, for the sponsoring stuff, it was 95% dudes that were suggested, that got tagged and stuff, almost no, except her.
Okay. It's funny because if we look at our customers, it's like 2/3 girls or 3/4 of girls.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Crazy.
That's still a question on my mind. Why is that? And I told you before,
Probably
when I
the
used to
girls wanna
coach,
see the boys.
but when I used to coach adults, dude, I had 80, if not more percent women in my coaching. I don't know why that is, but dude, I messed up my hands today in
Ooh, yeah.
the, ay. Look
Well,
at
you
that.
won't see it
Oh.
here, but
We went to the
that's
gym.
like working hard.
Jules, Sophia, and I went to the gym this morning. Then they came to my house real quick. Sophia got to know my wife and my daughter. My daughter really liked her, I think. She went to all like hug her and stuff and show
Yeah.
her that every toy that she has, every book.
It's funny. It took me like 2 years for her to hug me, but now she does it. Now she does it all the time.
Yeah.
It took me like 2 years. And Sophia, she meets her like for 30 seconds. Oh, hey, I love you. Funny.
I mean, I guess it's easier to like have that trust with a girl. I don't know. You could look like kind of meanish a little bit with the beard and the. I mean, I don't know. You're like big. It's just trying to put myself in Luana's shoes. But now before bed, she comes and gives you a hug, right? That's pretty sweet.
Hug and kiss, hug and kiss. Love it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Super fun.
I don't have anything else, man. I mean, I'm running the challenge. We had a rocking day one. Lots of people live. Lots of people. We're 115 in total. Only parents that decided and said, "Yep, I want to learn how to best support my kid." And dude, the theme is I needed a villain, for like for the challenge, right? And the villain is the pressure parent. And I'm not saying any of them are, but it's like the villain is the pressure parent. And then the good parent is the performance and the recovery parent. And tonight we're gonna like dive deep into that. So I'm gonna draw like a model that I developed yesterday evening. So I'm excited about that.
Love it. I love it. Yeah, the concept's great. So, yeah, I'm also very excited about the challenge too. I mean, that's like for sure one of the better ideas we've had not in a while, but just in general.
Yep. And then I can't wait to meet with that dog guy. I told you about the program that we're in, and he's gonna like look at, and he's excited because he's gonna get a good testimony because the first challenge was good on camp, right? This one I think is gonna be better, and then we're gonna dial that in because that's just a really good mechanism to involve parents and like just give them the best of what we've learned in the last 7 years and just like give it to them in a format. You said also, right? You think 5 times 30 minutes is like a really sweet spot.
I think so. I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
30 minutes is kind of like that max to where you can actually listen to somebody else just going, telling you about things. I think that's like optimal, right? And then also I think the time slot that you chose was pretty like genius, right? The 9 p.m. Zurich time.
Good. We asked the community. Remember, we asked,
okay.
hey, swim parents, what would be the best time? And it's never going to work for all of them, different time zones. But like that was the one that seemed to be the best. And then everybody else works with the recording because that works just as well. And they use the pinned school post to drop the comments, and I have them all there. I can read them where their mind is at. And so it's just like really, really fun. Yeah, we're enjoying it.
Works fine.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right, then
right,
we'll
cool.
have the Gatorade half hour in half an hour inside the school.
Funny. I'll be
And then
joining
we'll
that
be-
too.
Cool. Sounds good. And we'll be back with Swimpros news next week. Next week, same time, same place.
Sounds good.
All right.
Bro,
Bye, everybody.
See you later. Have fun.